Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kansas State's offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long.
It's a seam wide open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Kansas State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration and
turning it on. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Grabbed behind the line. It's right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He'll keep it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back. And
he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Nickel. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Wide open downfield. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Caught in the backfield, it's right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense trying to take it back.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forced the fumble, and get the touchback.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He leaves it with his back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Nickel. Fires to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decided.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Leaves it with the running back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Nickel. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. With the catch, it's Dobbs. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, he can go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Aggies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He breaks a tackle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside,
He's got it down the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Nickel. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The give out of the gun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Give to the running back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it, looking for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He's looking to pass. Bag's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught near the sideline, it's Porter. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Rides the back on the option to give. Fights off a defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Nickel. Gets rid of it. Grabs it in the middle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
With the catch, it's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Throwing right. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line.
Music note. Music note. 22.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Aggies will hustle to the line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Nickel. Gets open down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Gives it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Hold and fire complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Punt is on its way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Kansas State pushing the pace. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Caught in the backfield. It's Dobbs. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Back to pass, it's Nickel. Oh, he wants it all. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who blocked. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's got it and still on his feet. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Got a man, it's right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pick up there, and this offense is feeling it. The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. New Mexico State is going to enjoy the trip back to Las Cruces after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there in Aggie Memorial Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Kansas State quick to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Slings it downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's got it again. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. Winning those individual 6-second battles